Hello, dear friends. This information is just a small tip of the iceberg of a soap opera so complicated that even I have a hard time understanding it. Opinion piece. Announcements in 2024. What delays RV? New revelations. Massive protests in Europe. Twilight of the World Order. Davos fears Trump's victory. Let's start. Alcuin Bremerton says that announcements are expected in 2024, but I don't believe it until I see it. Every major financial reform, positive and benevolent, is reflected in a negative copy. The gold backed global financial reset is one example. A couple of panic players have attempted to repackage elements of this as the Great Reset. Over the past 25 years, since 1996, benevolent White Hat teams have recovered a large amount of debited or stolen money and wealth. That money will be returned to humankind through global escrow accounts after the benevolent financial reset. Had business people, some perhaps of limited spiritual awareness, understandably have doubts about the reality, reach, and influence of the ascended masters in the modern world of banking globalization. However, there is enormous executive overlap on this planet between the esoteric spirituality of wealth, abundance, and generous resource human well being, and the negative control systems of scarcity, taxes, debt, poverty, and paper, without backup or electronic money. The Saint Germain Trust was founded in 1727 and has been earning compound interest ever since. Today, the trust is worth $250 million. The monies will usher in the Golden Age as prophesied in the Bible. The Battle of Armageddon has already been fought and won in the astral realms. The trust was temporarily blocked over a breach of trust that sought to put it under the control of the British royals. That action, however, was an obvious violation of the trust agreement, and Anna von Reitz placed a protective line over the entire matter. New system. When the prosperity programs are announced, they will change human civilization in all aspects related to money. People have started talking about the benevolent new quantum financial system that is well prepared and tested. It now appears that the QFS would take 3 or 4 years to fully implement it, as it began invisibly in 2020. On Wednesday, 25th August 2021, Simon Parkes stated that it had started the new financial system. This would be a very big change and would mark the end of all fiat currencies, derivatives trading, and debt. A number of important non-accounting assets, such as Asian gold reserves and several legacy accounts, are understood to have been incorporated into the new global banking arrangements. The historic international events revealed by the escalation of the financial crisis were deliberately ignored by the confused Western media or were suppressed by government agencies. Not now, all Earth nations have signed up for the QFS. Curiously, the first country to join was North Korea, and the last country to join was Lebanon. When the top bankers in each country saw the founding documents of the QFS, they realized that the new system was really going to happen and that nothing could stop it. If your own country did not commit and sign by a now past deadline, Your country would not be able to trade with other countries. Furthermore, none of its citizens could travel or move personal money to other countries or be visited by citizens of other countries. Such restrictions would be anathema to those who lead elite banking lifestyles. The goal of the QFS would not only be to restore constant stability, it is much more complete and complex than that. It will enable exponential global growth in all benevolent aspects of human endeavor. The QFS runs from THIPS, not SWIFT, and is run by benevolent artificial intelligence without 3D human access or oversight. It is overseen by the higher 5D evolution of spiritual teachers. The QFS completely took over the old SWIFT interbank settlement system on Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. This new architecture denies access to the Vatican Bank. The Vatican has been implicated in many of the behind-the-scenes machinations involved in the global financial collapse of 2007 and 8 and in blocking international prosperity agreements. In April 2008, then Pope Benedict XVI failed in an attempt to claim a large portion of the prosperity funds. He told his closest colleagues, in quotes, "The little people cannot handle this money properly, but the church can." Ratzinger's audacious money grab had to be resolved at the International Court of Justice in The Hague, and he was responsible for more serious delays in the implementation of global refinancing agreements. In the end, Rome was forced to back down, and the Pope reluctantly agreed to a $2 billion deal. On Thursday, April 17, 2008, the Pope said, in quotes, "If the farmers think they are going to get this money, they will have to think about something else. That will never happen." A storm. The storm rider announces a massive storm that will hit 6 of the 10 largest banks in the world. In his opinion, this collapse is connected to a world of Ponzi pyramid scheme operations. Exposing warmongers and global agendas was always the plan of the White Hat Coalition. There is a plan to save the world. The Great Awakening is happening, and they don't know how to stop it. According to Benjamin Fulford, the exhibition of installations in the basement of Chabad World headquarters in New York has made everyone aware of what we are dealing with. Chabad is a Hasidic organization whose headquarters are located in the Crown Heights neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York City. Last December, the Siras were asked about the possibility of disasters in New York City, and they responded that it was a combination of 4 fault lines that coincide there and the long run of torn rock that releases methane. Underground burning of this methane could have crumbled the rock in many places. European truckers, farmers, and train drivers have shut down European Union trade. The state of Texas has declared war on illegal immigration by closing the border and stopping the flow of immigrants. The hierarchy of the Catholic Church in Africa and the Americas, where the vast majority of Catholics reside, has rebelled against the Vatican. Similar movements are being seen around the world. This is why the meeting in Davos, Switzerland, this week says is the theme. Its theme is rebuilding trust, whose tradition would be how to avoid getting hanged. Do you think Davos will rebuild trust? What is happening is truly biblical in the literal sense of the word. This is because the world is removing from power an ancient slave cult hidden behind monotheism. Breaking news. Stocks fall due to good data from the retail sector. The globalists announced a plan to launch the central bank digital currency. The world will be short of oil by 2025, said Vicky Holub, CEO of Occidental Petroleum at the Davos Forum. Turkey boycotts the Davos Forum due to Klaus Schwab's position on Gaza. Davos globalist Yuval Harari believes that it is very likely that Donald Trump will be elected in November, and that such an event would be the death blow to globalism. Twilight of the world order. Klaus Schwab is concerned that if Trump is re-elected, the world order as we know it will come to an end. European allies are uneasy as Trump gains momentum in his potential return to the White House. The Western world is in danger. Milei urges Davos to reject socialism. Milei affirms in Davos that the West is in danger and that the only alternative is capitalism. Milei defends capitalism as the only tool against poverty. Petro denounces capitalism in Davos or as a fortress which builds walls and throws bombs. In quotes. French farmers dump manure in front of an administrative building. Pakistan withdraw its ambassador in Tehran after Iran's attack. The increase in psychopathic behavior is a sign that society is on the verge of collapse. When psychopaths feel protected, complete turmoil follows. An Atlantis north of Australia could accommodate up to 500,000 people. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.